Did you know if you or a friend is overdosing on illegal substances, you will not get in trouble if you call 911? Hello, and here's some facts that can save your life. If you have an asthma attack, then drink something with caffeine in it. The caffeine will pry open your lungs and help you breathe better. When you're in a cold place and you suddenly feel hot, don't take off any clothing because it means you have hypothermia. You can use your jeans as a life jacket in water by tying the legs and filling them with air. Always keep a card in your wallet or purse with your blood type and allergies in case of an emergency. If your pupil shows up white in photos, you need to go see a doctor as it means something is wrong with your eye. If the ocean starts retreating, then it means a tsunami is coming soon, so get away. If a natural disaster is coming, make sure to fill up your bathtub and sink so you have fresh water. Laying flat on your back is the best way to survive in a falling elevator. If a tornado looks like it's not moving, that means it's heading towards you. If you ever see square waves in the water, get out immediately. These waves have powerful currents under the water that can sweep you out and take you away. If someone falls into cold water and is close to hypothermia, don't put them next to a fire. They need to be warmed up slowly. Otherwise, it could be potentially fatal and they could experience something called afterdrop. And this is due to the fact that your blood flow cannot adapt quick enough to that change from extreme cold to extreme hot. If you ever get caught in a rip current, swim sideways. A rip current is a strong flow of water that moves directly away from the shore. And if you get caught in one and you try to swim straight in, it's just going to keep pushing you back and you're going to lose energy. So you need to swim sideways until you're out of it. And then you can swim in afterwards. If you're ever at the beach and you see the water running or far away from where it normally is, this normally means a tsunami is coming. If your car ever goes into water, open a window or door immediately. If you don't do this, the pressure difference is too great and it'll keep everything shut. And you'll have to wait until your car is completely filled with water in order to get out. If you ever find yourself buried in rubble and can't get out, don't yell. You'll end up just wasting energy and losing your voice. What you should do is grab something and start tapping in intervals of 3. Humans are great at noticing patterns and the rescuers will start to move towards that. And once you hear them, then you can start yelling. If you're ever walking back to your car and you see something like a dollar bill or something on it, don't touch it. This is a common method for kidnapping. While where you're going to grab that, they'll come up and grab you. So do not grab it, just drive away. You can actually use ice to start a fire. You start off by finding the clearest ice you can find. Carve out a chunk and smooth the top of it. Then try and create a lens with your hand. Now you can use this lens to magnify light to make a fire. You can also use a gum wrapper and a battery to start a fire. All you have to do is cut a thin strip of foil and touch it to each end of the battery. Then fire should create from the center. You can use the top of a can, aka the can tab, to create a fishing hook by removing a little piece out of it. You can use your pants as a life preserver. You tie the legs of your jeans in a knot, then place your hands on the side next to the buttons and zippers, then pull them above your head, force them down into the water, and that will create an air bubble in your jeans. If you're ever stuck in the jaws of an alligator, it may try to perform something called the death roll, and this is where they rapidly do a barrel roll to try and rip off pieces of you to eat. And if it does end up doing this movement, then you want to roll with it, otherwise you're going to be ripped apart. Your body should never slide into the pins at the bowling alley, as the machines that set up the pins are extremely powerful. They could easily crush you to death if you get stuck under them. You should never stand under or even next to a tree during a thunderstorm, as lightning tends to strike taller objects like trees. So if lightning hits a tree, there's a good chance the charge will spread out in all directions around the tree. Now, if you're ever in a foreign country and you need help but don't know what the emergency number is, then call 112. This is the international emergency number, so it'll connect you to the nearest helpline automatically. Never use bleach to clean cat urine, because when it's mixed with chlorine bleach, it will create a toxic gas that is harmful to humans. It's even deadly in large amounts, so be careful.